Hey Connor, so I figured I'd go ahead and just make you a video for a few different reasons. One, I just can't type very well, to be honest. Two, I'm gonna explain this a lot better in video context. And three, it'd be paragraphs and paragraphs if I went about actually typing this out. So I think the video context is gonna be a lot better. So to start things off, I personally was in the same spot you were when I was younger. When I was in high school, freshman, sophomore, I was about 140. Couldn't break 140 for the life of me. I want to be big. I want to be strong. I want to be over 200 pounds. That was my biggest goal. And I just couldn't gain muscle. And I went through every mass gainer, every supplement on the market. I thought that, gaining muscle was my problem. Supplements were the answer. I went through every single supplement you can possibly think of. Optimum Nutrition, Dimetize, the Russian Bear, every weight gaining supplement you can possibly think of. I tried and none of them worked. I started to gain a little bit of weight, and lost a little bit of weight once I started taking it. Gained a little bit, lost a little bit. It never really gave me any true results. So the only time that I actually started getting results is one day I got a job at Subway and I started eating everything. I had access to food all the time. I ate all the meatballs. I ate all the chicken patties. I ate everything you can possibly think of, and it's pretty high quality protein. It's not the most, it's pretty processed, not the best in the world, but at the same time, I just ate everything they had. I sold a lot of food, but all of a sudden, I went from 140 to 160, 165, 170, while staying very cut. I gained a lot of muscle very quickly over the course of like a summer. I gained a ton of muscle, and it was just coming on without me changing really anything of my lifestyle. I didn't start training more. I didn't change up my training. I didn't really change much of anything. I just started eating a lot more. And it got to a point where I started tracking, or well, actually, in the middle of this, I actually started tracking how many calories I was eating compared to how much I was when I started working at Subway. And it was like an 800 calorie difference. And I came to find out that that was really the biggest thing, is that when you have a high metabolism, when you're somebody that has trouble gaining weight, you got to understand that all that means is that you burn more calories throughout the day, so you have to eat more to gain muscle. If you were in a calorie surplus, meaning you eat more calories than you actually burn throughout the day, if you're in a calorie surplus, you will gain weight. It's as simple as that. It really is as simple as that. If you're in a calorie deficit, if you eat less calories than you burn throughout the day, you will lose weight. It's as simple as that. Calories in to calories out, there's obviously a lot more components to it, but at the same time, from the baseline, that is the most important concept. So the reason that you're not gaining weight isn't because, isn't because you're out without a mass gainer, isn't because of this, and because of that, isn't because, carbs or anything like that. It's because you're not eating enough calories. It really is as simple as that. You have to eat more calories. And once I realized that, once I kind of found the validity in this, and I started understanding this, I started tracking things consistently on MyFitnessPal, started upping my calories, pushing how much I ate week to week. I ate so much, my stomach hurt, and then I ate more. Once I started doing this, muscle gain just was not hard until I truly saw the connection between food and muscle gain. And I thought I already did beforehand. I thought I was eating a lot, but realistically, I was just eating a lot of processed garbage for the most part. I ate cereal, ate Pop-Tarts, ate some good protein, had a lot of whey protein, but at the same time, I wasn't eating high quality proteins. And so I started working at Subway, seeing the benefit of food. And then all of a sudden, you saw me eating dozens of eggs a day. You saw me eating chicken, ground beef, high quality protein, and lots of calories that actually gave me the raw materials I needed to gain muscle. So what we got to understand is that all that's happening is you're not eating enough calories. So for a normal person, their total daily energy expenditure, how many calories they burn throughout the day, is probably around 2,000. And yours, being somebody with a higher metabolism, is more like 2,500. Or these aren't exact numbers, but more like 2,500. We just got to get over 2,500. That's really all it is. It's all the complexity it is. And it really helps, obviously, to have lots of protein. You should be eating about 0.8 to 1 gram per pound body weight. If you're weight training a lot and you're young as you are, you should be eating lots of protein too, preferably high quality protein. But realistically, it's as simple as this. If you are in a calorie surplus and getting lots of good quality protein in, I promise you, you will be gaining muscle, and lots of it. So my personal advice for you would be, Russian Bear has been around for a long time, and it can help some people, but in every experience I've ever had, I've helped a lot of people gain muscle. I personally have gained a lot of muscle myself. I was 160 back then. Now I'm 220, and actually 230 now, and I found very easy ways to fluctuate in weight. Had a lot of success with that personally, and what I found is that there is not one respectable person, one person with a good physique who's gained a lot of muscle. You won't mean one elite level bodybuilder, power lifter, or anything that got there by using a weight gaining supplement. It just doesn't happen. There's some individuals that have their own like weight gain supplement home remedies that they'll make. They'll add almond butter, some oats, this, that, but that's really the closest thing you'll get to it. Nobody really uses any supplementation masking. There's no Dymatize, Alpha Nutrition, Russian Bear. You won't get there using those. You have to develop the qualities and the discipline and the consistency of meal prepping foods that you actually enjoy eating, that's very calorie dense, and that you can eat all the time. You get excited about eating, and that really creates the adherence and the consistency needed to constantly be in a calorie surplus and gain muscle. That's all you need to do, is be in a calorie surplus and eat lots of high quality protein. If you focus on those two things alone, I promise you, you will gain weight. So my advice to you, to sum it up, my advice to you would be skip out on the Russian Bear. It may help certain individuals, but I promise you it'll just be a distraction, if anything, for you, and just really hone in on eating a certain amount of protein per day. Track it for a little while to at least see how much it looks like, how much it feels like, what you need to eat throughout the day. Eat a certain amount of protein per day, and then also let's go ahead and strive for a certain amount of calories. If you want to break that down, let's go ahead and do so in person. We can find your total daily energy expenditure and then set a calorie amount over that to make sure you're in a surplus. Then we can also set a protein amount too. But realistically, if you just track those two things, are consistent with it, and start to see the value in food, I promise you, you will gain muscle. I was in the same exact spot you were for quite some time, so I definitely know where you're coming from. Let me know if you need more questions and need any more help with that. Let's definitely meet in person and get things situated.